Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nino Brazido, and today I have something special in store for you. The designers, the architects, the creators clearly had one idea here, was to create a home that stands out from the rest. I call it the one. So, before we go inside and before we go fall in love together, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the great content that I'm going to be delivering to you. This house is full of detail, precision, and magnificent finishes throughout. So without further ado, let's go inside and let's go fall in love. So from your entry, you'll notice as you drive in, you'll see it in the video, you have a subterranean garage, which is down in the basement. But then as your guests arrive, they will sort of enter through and under the porte-cochere, and then you have so much parking space. You have these glass blocks, it's aggregate, sort of paving, and then I just want to tackle this section before we step on inside and before we fall in love. You have either your staff accommodation parking or trailer parking, but in the space right in front of us, we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, kitchenette, TV room. It has underfloor heating, Wi-Fi. It's literally, guys, like if I had to be someone working in a space, this is where I'd love to stay, because you're literally getting that waterfall equestrian lifestyle, and it's, for me, probably one of the best places and estates that I have been, especially in Gauteng, if not in Africa. So without further ado, as I mentioned, let's go inside, let's go fall in love. So you need to picture it, you need to picture being the owner, you need to picture welcoming your guests. So as I mentioned, you have your porte-cochere over here, double volume. You'll also notice as we go through the house, you will have these slats, and some of them, and I'll make mention throughout the video, some of them are either straight or they're at an angle, and there's purpose with everything out. There's multi-purpose for a lot of things in this house. So picture it, the violinist playing music, you have your server, you're giving your guests some champagne to welcome you into the space. And then as we walk to this extraordinary welcoming and entrance, you have your double volume entrance. As I walk through, it's almost as if you're floating. You've got water around you. You can obviously feed the koi when you want to feed the koi. And then you have another entrance which almost leads to your entertainment area. But again, this is what it's about. It's that double volume open space. I'll touch on the specs and spaces as we go through. The house is triple story, starting with your subterranean garage, living spaces, as well as 2 guest suites, and then upstairs you have the bedrooms. So touching on the space over here, this space was designed for baby grand piano. You'll notice your illuminating fins, which is sort of like a feature throughout the house, and then you have your lift coming from your basement going to every floor. So going up you need a code, but going down you don't need a code, and you can have multiple codes per worker, per family member, and that's how you obviously keep that safety. Follow me through into the living spaces, your expansive living spaces. You'll also notice that it's some of the finest finishes you are ever likely to see on this channel, leading straight into your dining room. You have pretty much like a 10 or 12 seater, built-in servers. You'll notice that everything here in this home has been imported from Europe. It is the best of the best finishes. You have your ceiling integrated speakers. You have stunning pendants throughout. And then as you come into this space over here, which is more of like your formal lounge area, everything is minimalistic. It's simple. Even the light finishes, which I'll show you up close just now, like there's no actual frame. It's sort of like blends. When they created this home, they didn't want to take away from the home where their guests are actually looking at the lighting. But then before we get into the kitchen, I just want to mention some specs of the home. It is a 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom, all ensuite home. It is 2,734 square meters of absolute prime real estate within the Waterfall Equestrian award-winning estate, and it's set on a stand of 10,300 squares. let's go take a look inside. But hold on, in terms of the architect, and in my opinion, like his work is literally magnificent, it is Carl Keller Architects. In the heart of the home, you have this amazing, ultra-modern display kitchen where you have your Neolith cladding and your Phoenix doors. It's basically a tile. You have your microwave, all integrated appliances. You have an incinerator, which is instant boiling water or cold water, so you actually don't need a kettle in this home. And then as we come through, you will see that you have your breakfast area, you have your pantry on that side. To the left of the kitchen, you have your walk-in cold room as well as your separate freezer, which you can see it's just everything. They've thought about everything in a space. And then from your display kitchen, it opens up into your working kitchen or your chef's kitchen, where you have everything that you need, all your spices, basins, stunning stone countertops. You have gas plus electric. And again, you will also notice the Neolith, and it's a similar feature going throughout the house with the woods that they used, the tilings that they used, with the slats that they used. And then this all opens up to your outside kitchen. So in terms of the space, they created this kitchen outside in case you are cooking fish. You don't want that smell to go and linger internally when your guests are here. And the way they created and designed this house is that if you have staff and you don't want them to come through and interrupt while you're with your guests, they've got access which leads to the staff quarters as well as to your laundry, so they never actually have to walk through the house. So the house was very cleverly designed. And just in terms of, so as we go through, I'm obviously going to mention, about the home. It took them over 2 years just to design and create and just to get the plans for what you're about to see. Over 2 years, so it must have been complicated, but they've got perfection, and we are in perfection. So then you have your coffee station, which is really, really cool. So this is an extension from your display kitchen. And then you have another sort of seating area. So if you have a home full of kids and guests, just think about, you got all the soccer kids over. This is a space. There's plenty of space. And then you have your guest toilet, which again, if you look at the finishes, this is all Neolith. This is all imported, and when they got the manufacturers, they met them overseas, they sort of flew them out to measure, and then when it was time to install, they brought them in so that they can install it. But yeah, and then you have your floating toilet, all gibberit. Most of your sort of like taps are Huntsgrove throughout. But yeah, it really is something special. It's got a great design, great feel. And then in terms of the space that you're about to see over here, they used to use the space on Sunday mornings, and you'll see that you have a frame of Waterfall City. You have your PwC building, Mall of Africa right in front of you, and this is where they used to have their Sunday breakfasts. And then it flows into your, which for them was their kids' playroom. You'll notice over here you have double doors, and it's actually quite deep. This space here was to hide the toys. So it's a formal lounge, but when they created the space, they've got conduits going down into your rack room or to your sort of like your server room, that if you want to create a home cinema, this would be it, or one of your home cinema rooms. But the space, the size, the views, the natural light that floods the space, it is very impressive. So I'm going to take you upstairs. I'm going to show you the bedrooms in a bit. So stay tuned. We're about to see one of the best main bedrooms you are likely to see. So as you come up to your top floor, where most of your bedrooms sit, you will see that there is a roller shutter that comes down. It is to isolate the top floor from the rest of the house. You can come upstairs through a lift, but the only way to come up is through a code. So only those people that you want to come up will come up. And yes, we are in an award-winning state-of-the-art security estate, but it's just for that added security. So let's go take a look at the rest of the spaces. You're going to fall in love with the main bedroom, but before we get there, you'll notice that you have this magnificent pajama lounge. It's very comfortable, and again, all the furniture is imported. Also looking at how much light floods into the house, all the windows, all the aluminium is imported from Europe, and you'll see most of the windows, there's dual functionality. They either tilt or they open up. So it's either you want ventilation or you want to open it up completely, but from the store onwards, we have a dream main bedroom. So let me know what you think down below. Comment. Let us know, is this one of the best main bedrooms that you are likely to see? You have dual dressers, so one for his and one for hers. So as you open it up, you'll get that sense of luxury, boutique, lots of cupboard space. And then you have another cupboard space within the cupboard space through there, which is more for your valuables, your wife, I'm sure, handbags, jewelry, all of that. And then as we go through, and you'll also notice that there's no actual natural light that comes into the space. So it protects your valued clothes from sun damage. And then you'll also notice the flooring. We have imported Belgian hydro cork flooring, which is throughout. It's just for extra insulation, extra resistant, and also comfort for your feet. So it's really, really cool. And then you have his walk-in closet, which again is just magnificent. You will see in the video as we post it. But one thing about this main ensuite is that it's super special. You have double vanity. You have neolith finish. This bath right here was custom made. So they had the people come out and they actually poured the bath on site. But you can see it, you can feel it, you can sit. It's really is special. Almost like, feels like you can have a party inside you by the size and space. You have your separate toilet as well as your bidet through there. And in terms of the shower, it's almost like a 3-in-1. So you have your normal shower, which I'm going to step inside now, which is also a steam shower. And then you have a door which opens up to your outdoor shower. So it is special. It really is special. And you have to see it to believe it, to appreciate it. And again, I want to touch on those slats. So these slats were strategically put in at an angle to almost block out that morning sunlight. And you'll also see on the slats on that side of the house, it'll be to block out that harsh sort of sunset sun. But I'll touch on all these finer details that went into creating the space. And then you have your main bedroom. It really is special. You can also see that it has complete unobstructed views. It has views of Waterfall City, and it probably has the best views inside the estate. It really does. And it overlooks your entertainment, your pool. You can see who's at the gate when your guests and friends arrive. And it just feels like you're on top of the world here. It's literally as if Waterfall City is below you, because that is your view. That's your PwC building. And it really is just something else. Guys, I'm honestly in love. I'm sure you are as well. And as you come through, just come have a look at this angle and this view of your entertainment. So we have just covered the main bedroom. CJ is going to drop all the other bedrooms down below, and I will see you in a bit downstairs where we get to see the rest of the home. We're going to take a walk through your subterranean garage, as well as where all your guests are going to have a time of their life. I'll see you downstairs. as we come to your living spaces, and I want to show you your guest bedrooms as well as your office space, but as we come into your main entrance again, your double volume main entrance, you will see that there is space and they created a plinth, and that will be for a statue of your choice. So as you walk in, that will be the first thing that you see, but it's free flowing into your entertainment if you decide not to go for that statue. And then in terms of the design of the office, so how they created it is because it's double volume. You've got stairs going up, but it's multi-purpose. You could always close this up if you want. If you don't want, clients coming through and walking through your house, you do have a sliding door which completely opens up and they can meet you in the office. So all this was imported, all the furniture imported. There's actual power that come through the legs of this desk, and there's different power points. And then let's go upstairs because the choice is yours. Do you want an art gallery? Do you want a cigar lounge? Do you want it to be a prayer room? Do you want it to be a library? It can be, it's completely up to you. And again, as we come up, you'll see the different textures and the different designs. It really is a cool space. I love the cornices. It's very classy. But it's up to you. You obviously have your frameless balustrades for protection of the kids, but it's a great space, and it's up to you what you want to make of it. So let's make our way downstairs. I want to show you the guest water room, also known as a guest bathroom. And let me know if you've seen a better guest bathroom than this. So again, you have your Neolith finish, all imported from Italy. You have a little couch area while you wait to use the toilet. And then you have your toilet, which again, you have your barn door, which just opens and closes, but it's very contemporary. It's not that country feel, it's ultra modern, contemporary. And then before we go to the guest bedrooms, you have your cloak room or handbag room. Follow me, linen room to your right. You have another entrance point into the home for your staff or for your guests. And then you have your server to your left. And then there's two guest bedrooms, all en suite, one over here and another to my left. One thing about, as you step inside, so please step inside, you'll notice with the doors, so these doors, again, all imported. There's no hinges. All the hinges are internally. So it gives that minimalistic feel and look. But then as we step inside, you can see how open, nice high ceilings. It really is a great space. So if I could choose one of my best friends or my aunt or uncle to buy a home, it would be this, because I'd love to stay in this space. And then you have your ensuite, double vanity, you have a shower, and then you have a toilet. In the next one, it's a full bathroom. But what I like about these bedrooms is how they open up onto the garden. You have direct access to your entertainment. So as you pull it down, it opens up. You have a chill out area. It opens up onto your dam, your own mini dam, and you have gorgeous, picturesque vistas of your rolling lawn and well-established garden. So actually, let's step on inside through. I see that the sliding doors are open. It's nice and open. Again, another guest bedroom, servers, built-in cupboards, really cool finish, and then a full bathroom, lots of glass. Double vanity, freestanding bath in the middle. And then you have your shower as well as your toilet behind you. But I just want to make mention, I'll make mention of, just actually you can come through. I'll show you how cool the actual windows are, where if you actually just adjust it, if you want to just tilt it or if you want to completely open it. But I'll show you in a bit on the entertainment area. Okay, so making our way through the home again. We're going to go explore the entertainment parts of the home, where you're just going to create memories. And if you have any questions so far, please drop your comments down below. I just want to sort of touch on the specs of the home again. 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. It's 2,734 square meters of internal space on a stand of 10,300 square meters. There is home automation, home automation. So in terms of your speakers, TVs, underfloor heating, in terms of the underfloor heating system, it's actual pipes that are heated up with hot water, and it's all controlled on your phone. Everything is home automated. You have your air cons, you have your air-conditioned ducts, you have everything in the space. So as we enter your living spaces once again, you'll see that you have your TV room over here with gorgeous views of your waterfall city. To mention sort of the finishes, you have your dual fireplace which heats both sides. And then you also have a dual TV, so one on each side. So this is really cool. And again, guys, just to mention everything about the furniture, it's all imported, and obviously at the right price. If it's a really decent offer, the owners will consider including the furniture. But it's all basically brand new. It's all bespoke. It's all custom made. And then as we come into your entertainment area, again, you're going to feel that warmth. We're obviously in winter at the moment. You have bar-sized countertops. This is where a lot of sort of business will be discussed. Lots of sporting events are going to be enjoyed. You have your windows which slide open, and again with views of Waterfall City. You have your double door display fridge as well as your wine fridge. You have a tub here which is for ice, but it's more for like your champagne, so you can have your champagne in the tubs. And then this all overlooks and sort of leads to your rest of your garden entertainment. So you have your indoor-outdoor entertainment area, but let's step on outside. Let's go see the rest of the entertainment spaces. Again, floor to ceiling, sliding doors. So as you push it down, this is all double glazed. You have 2 separate boma areas. So you have a gas boma area, so one for the ladies, and then you have your wood burning down at the bottom. It's further away so that you don't get that smell of wood. And again, guys, all this opens up so effortlessly. It seamlessly flows into each space. I just love the design. I love the colors, the palettes that they went with. And the paint that was used, it's your Versus spray on. It's the best quality paint that you can find. I want to touch on this section over here. So yes, it might be quite entertaining if you have, friends and family over and they've had one too many. They might be swimming with the fishes, but hey, it will make for one interesting story. So as you come here, this is your sundowner sunken area. Yes, it's not a boma. It almost feels like it's a boma area, but this is where you'll simply just come, enjoy a cocktail, enjoy the sunset, and just enjoy life. There's so many different areas. And if you look around me, when the builders were here, they referred to this area as the Vol Dam. You know how much water went into creating this? And then you have these olive trees which come out of the water, and it almost makes you feel like you're in the water. So it's, the design, guys, they literally mastered it. They nailed it. They didn't make a single mistake. But heading back to your bra facilities, this is where all those delicious meals are going to be created. You have 2 types of bras. You have a coal bra as well as a wood burning bra. You have an industrial extractor fan over here, so one that you will see in your steers and all your restaurants. You also have your ice machine. The ice machine was purposefully put outside so that if it's inside, it doesn't make noise at night. You have another bar chiller area. You have your warmer drawers all around here. Guys, it's literally the best space. And then as we cross over the bridge, you've got water bodies. This is all treated water. So for them, if their kids wanted to play in the water, you could, but you could also use it as a koi pond. You could have your fish. It could really be an interesting space for you to add your own sort of stamp onto the home. And then as we go to your sunken boma area, this is your wood burning boma area. I just want to mention these fins again. So you'll either see that they're straight or they're at an angle, but they're all made for decorative purposes. This one over here is to block out your harsh sunset sun, and so that it's not smack bam in your eyes. You can actually enjoy the space while you're getting a fire going. But then as you come down, I just want to touch on the pool. So it's a 12.5-meter pool. You have an electric cover. It's salt water chlorinated. There is a heat pump as well, which normally when the cover is over, obviously it's for the protection of kids, but it also helps for efficiency. You're not going to be using that much energy when the cover is on. And yeah, guys, like honestly, in my opinion, this is one of the best homes. I'm going to take you downstairs. I'm going to mention also the technical aspects to the home, but I'll see you downstairs in the basement in 3, 2, 1. So as we enter your subterranean garage, you will notice that you can park a lot of collectibles in this space. You can easily park 12 oversized vehicles without anyone having to move. And if you want to park more cars, you most definitely can. You have space over here to park probably your most prized possession, and you can always create almost like a box or glass around it to encase it as your showpiece. So let's go explore the downstairs or basement area. You'll also notice that they haven't skimped on any materials or finishes. It's quality from floor right to the very top. You have storage facilities, one for paint, each sort of space has been made for a particular purpose. So you also have an inverter system that's more just to power up like your communications, your Wi-Fi's, because the whole house is home automated. The current owners don't live here, but they can control everything through their phone. So this is your drop-off area or receiving area. This house was built, just so you know, during COVID. So everything that came through, if there's Uber Eats, they can always drop it off. You don't want them to come see the rest of your house. But if there was anything to be delivered, you could receive it, you could clean it, you could sanitize it, and then it's safe to clear and you take it upstairs. So let's go through. So first room to our left, we have a gym room. A little bit about the gym room. It's air conditioned. You have underfloor heating. You've got space. You've got your vinyl. It's very comfortable. And it's just about picturing the equipment. Punching bag. If you're angry, go punch a punching bag. Just kidding. Okay, so then you have your laundry area over here. One thing about the laundry area is that from the very top, I didn't show you the office. There's an actual laundry chute that shoots down into the space over here so that your staff doesn't have to walk up and down to collect the laundry. So it literally comes from the very top floor. And then as we go through, this room here was designed for a spa or a space to do your nails. Very comfortable size, good space. You'd have your massage beds and space to do your nails and your toes, so your manis and pedis for all the ladies and men. You have storage over here. And then this room is designed as almost like a vault. So you have a special fire door which have 6 or 7 different locks, and it's been cladded with wood. But this is your safe room. And then you have your lift area. So the house obviously is wheelchair friendly because you have a lift that takes you from your basement going right to the top. Hydraulics for your lift. And then you have your rack room or your server room. This is where your Wi-Fi and everything is sort of housed. And then you have your wine cellar, which is really, really cool. And then it just takes us right to where we started. The stairs coming down and straight into your 12-car garage, but you can put at least 20 cars. So yeah, and then I'll see you on the front of the property where we'll go through the specs and we'll just end off this tour. So I just want to touch on the technical aspects to the home. So we have a 45 kVA generator which powers up the entire home. It can basically power up a whole shopping center. We have a 30,000-litre JoJo tank which is housed by the staff accommodation with borehole water for the irrigation. It also has a backup water system which is just over 7,000 litres, which it will notify you if there's going to be a shortage of water, and then that is filtered into the property. You can drink it, you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. So you'd obviously use it sparingly if it might be over a few days, but we have borehole, municipal water. The house, you can add solar panels. There's an inverter as well, which is used to power up more like the communication side for the home automation. And then, yeah, it's literally everything that you want and more. This landmark property represents not just a home, but a lifestyle investment for the discerning few who want only the finest in their life. It represents comfort, luxury, design, style, architecture, and all of the finest materials were meticulously used to create the one. So, if you think you have what it takes to buy this home, you know what to do. Share it with your friends, families, members in that you know can sort of live up to this lifestyle. Give them a call. Give them my number, 076 156 1405, and let's make your next move one to remember. I'll see you soon.